Hello and welcome back to ARL F2 here. We are at the Hungaroring for round number 8 of the season. We have a feature and a sprint coming up around this very historic track, almost described as Monaco without the barriers by most. But, well, yeah, not really much to say really. We have a one-shot qualifying as always where the only repeat pole sitter has actually been Expilo without actually winning a race. So let's see if he can get that race win today. Can he qualify on pole first of all? We have Pluto, of course, who's taken back-to-back double race wins and even actually 5 in a row dating back to Azerbaijan sprint race. So yeah, Pluto is in hot, unstoppable form at the minute, and he leads in the middle sector of this one-shot qualifying session. Here he is. He's got teammate Bennett, who's actually made a mistake and is dropping down the order. So the top three is quite a familiar: Pluto, Expilo, Gogglesaw, Matty Mumu, 6th at the moment. We have debutant Rickson up in 5th. So this could be a very interesting order. We're in the final sector now, and you bet that Pluto has this in the bag into the final corner. Will this be an extra 4 points into his already substantial tally? Rounds the final corner. Yes, it is, with Gogglesaw. No, it wasn't, sorry. It was Expilo second place, ahead of Gogglesaw and Bennett. So that's the one-shot qualifying done. As we expected, Rundle.
Yeah, there's no surprise there at all. Pluto and Expilo on the front row. We've seen it so many times this season. Gogglesaw up there in third, that's going to get spicy. And then Bennett, the driver that's raced him so hard in the last four races, is alongside him. So we're all set for a cracker today. A bit of a gap between fourth and fifth, but then behind them it's really close, and anything can happen, as it normally does in F2. So I'm really looking forward to this race.
Yeah, credit to Y-Boy Lewis in 5th place there, kind of leading that second pack. A bit surprised to see Matty down in 8th place, but for sure, maybe he has that edge in the race that he feels maybe others don't. So, yeah, it should be an interesting one, no doubt. Rondo, you'll be speaking about the standings in a moment when we start the formation lap, but overcast for this one. I mean, as long as there's no rain, it should be fairly normal, and the track will actually be a little bit cooler. Maybe the tyres won't be as hot as they usually can get to at Hungary, but yeah, lot to look forward to as always.
Yeah, absolutely. So just whilst we're counting down, getting ready for the formation lap, let's go through the teams championship first. So Sharu leads by 104 points over High Tech, with 313 points to their name. It's a massive tally at this stage of the season. So in second place, High Tech on 209, Arden in third with 165, with Goggle picking up the majority of those points. Kramer have 136 points in fourth, Dams with 104 in fifth, Campos just behind them with 71 points and in sixth, and then in seventh ART with 57, Trident with 50, Carlin with 22, and Univirtuosi in last place with 9 points. In terms of the drivers' championships, like you said in the prelude, Pluto running away with it up front with 222 points. Expelo behind him on the grid today is behind him in the rankings with 168 points, and Goggle is in third, matching the grid lineup. Matty had a bad qualifying, but in the drivers' standings, he's fourth with 121, and Bennett in fifth with 114. Jack is in sixth, with 82, and Joe just behind him on 41. As they he's got half the points. Chungus 8th with 40, Tags with 34, Warman in 10th with 33, Speedy with 27, Communist with 24, Florian with 22, Teddy with 19, Finn with 18, Such with 12, CJ with 11, Callum on 10, Raptor 8, Lost on 8, Aaron Ocon on 6, and then Bad F1 Opinions on 2, as well as Kagoda, and then Hazard with 1. It's incredibly close throughout the field, especially at the back, and a lot of those guys, a good result today will totally change their standing. So that's all to play for.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a little bit of pride for those. If they even get to the lower end of the points, they can hopefully have a good sprint. You know, there's a lot to enjoy about F2 as a racer, even from our virtual POVs watching on. But yeah, here we go then. The grid is being reformed after that. Felt like quite a long formation lap, but not to worry. We've got every little detail about that championship in, and the 5 red lights are coming on now to start this F2 Hungarian Grand Prix. This is the 15th race of the championship, round number 8. It's lights out, and away we go. Good start from Pluto, as you would expect. Expilo alongside as well. Gogglesaw and Bennett, unsurprisingly tussling for that 3rd place position. Pluto defends, then pulls back onto the racing line. Into turn 1 we go. Let's see if anything kicks off there. It's fairly clean, running wide. Oh, we've got a spin.
It's
Communist.
Communist and Rixon, and then Arthur in the wall.
Oh no.
That was just purely in the traction zone. It all went a bit skew with 3 wide on the exit of turn 4 as they go down the hill. Finn gets forced off wide from Joe, that's for 10th place. Wheel to wheel through the kink, and Utal just gets ahead of Finn but goes wide. Is Finn going to come back? The 2 dams, it's a Joe sandwich with the 2 dams. Joe's actually had a fantastic launch, and he's going to go down the inside of Tom Katori into the chicane.
Tom Katori cuts there as he may have felt he was forced off slightly. Matti Mumu up to 7th place, overtaking the medium running Lost Mist as a reserve driver today. And Deluxe ahead of his teammate for today, FH. And lap 1 may now be settled as the overtaking opportunities in this section of the track are very limited. So, oh, that's CJ, I was just looking at him. That's a different approach, but that was just a mistake. He's gone off the track there, overtaken by Rixon, who's looking to come back through the order. Deluxe on Utah Elephant is one final position trade of the lap, and Pluto leads by half a second, which is decent margin. If he can double that by the end of this lap, he'll be in a very good position.
Sorry to interrupt.
There we go.
Raptor just down the inside of Lewis. Lewis gets the cutback. Looks to be on the outside going into turn 3. Raptor's gonna have the inside, switching over to Campos from Univirtuosi for this round of the championship. But Lewis is still there. He's gonna squeeze him out, get the position. They both go wide, and Matty's gonna pick up the pieces here.
Here he goes. 1, not the second. Very risky if he committed to that one. But yeah, Matty indeed picking up the pieces. Raptor had a great run out in Austria last week. Unfortunately, just a couple of spins denied him of a solid points haul, but yeah, that's the game, and unfortunately if you end up doing that, you won't be getting any points. But Raptor starting strong after that fight with Lewis, and Matty, his next target is of course Lewis, and that'll be P5, but 3 seconds behind Bennett.
Yeah, so the top 4 do stay the
FH
same.
is off.
Oh my word, that's wide from Tom Katori. Yeah, Tom Katori dropping down the order like a stone, like a lead balloon. That's, oh my word, look at Deluxe.
Hello.
Oh my god, he saves it from the barrier, inches away, and we got a spinner in front, and he's gone into the back of him.
Mistakes coming in already. We had FH going off, might have been contact actually. I think he was still in a battle with another car. We've got Lost Mist overtaking Raptor here. He's on the inside, got his car alongside into turn 1, and that should be the move done. But Raptor runs a bit wide. Yep, just lifts off there. Would have been considered an illegal overtake potentially, so he just...
Oh my word, the closing speed from Joe on Tom Katori here. Tom got him into turn 1, but Joe might get the run on him. Up the hill they go. Oh, Joe backs out just before the kink. He is on the mediums though, so it's in his interest just to stay behind. And conserve the tyres. Saying that, no, it's not.
Small contact and a half spin. You're gonna just about collect it, but the space on the inside of the corner just closed, and now he's side by side with CJ Pants fighting for P12, which, if you said that to him a few corners ago, he probably wouldn't have agreed, but here he is.
It'll be interesting to see what Lost can do. He's on that alternate strategy. He's at 1.3 seconds behind his teammate at the moment. He's going to close up as these two fight. Matty's recovering well from 8th, currently in 6th. But then, yeah, the top 4 just doing their own race. And Expel are actually 2 seconds behind Pluto, under pressure from Goggle. Goggle decides not to go down the inside, pushes him through the corner instead. This is incredibly close.
Oh, I think Deluxe has been off there. He was slow.
Tom's off.
And
Tom is off
Rixon's...
just before the finish line.
He is. Might have had a similar spin to what Sebastian Vettel did in 2014 and just got away from it cleanly, but no, he does have damage, so not quite the same. Here we go. Several cars running wide. Can CJ pick up the pieces? The gap was opening there for P10 from Utah Elephant. Utah Elephant with a good run now on Deluxe. He's forced to the outside. Maybe he can hold it here. He's using the curb. He's gone all the way around the outside off the track. There was small contact. Oh, Deluxe is around. Communist through. Well, that escalated quickly.
Matty's applying all sorts of pressure to the back of Lewis through the narrow, winding second section of this circuit. Lewis surely is going to be overtaken in the DRS zone. Goggle right on the back of Expelo as well. That's going to be a move. Oh, they touch going through the right-hander. Matty really trying to force the move here. I think Goggle's about to get the run on Expelo towards turn 1.
Well, here we go then. DRS open now. There's a 2-second gap between first and second at the moment, so if Gogglesaw feels like he has better pace and wants to challenge for a second feature race win, he can do. Matty's already through, and Wide Boy Lewis nowhere near the braking zone, so he has that done for sure.
Yeah, there's absolutely no contest there. Matty had the perfect exit. Lewis was left swamped and overtaken and drops to 6th place now under pressure from the other Prema of Lost Mist, he's closed up a second on these guys on the alternate tyre.
Maybe they're starting to come into play a little bit. We should see the soft runners in the next few laps. But Tom Katori speeding in the pit lane, the 2-time winner from last weekend at France in both Tier 4 and Tier 3. Really, really impressive stuff from him. He's not having a good day so far in F2, but completely different. You know, you can't just go around basing F1 on F2 in the F1 game. It's just not the same.
Yeah, it's totally different ball game with these cars. You can't judge pace off of their F1 pace. And yeah, having raced Tom very hard last Saturday, I know he's just not quite up to speed with these F2 cars. And he did jump in here quite late on in the day, and it's bitten him in the arse, quite frankly. But CJ and Utah were really close. Joe Lewis pits, as does Matty and Bennett, looking for the undercut. So yes, you're right, the softs have died off.
Several drivers staying out though, so maybe expect to see them in this. That Communist, the second driver to pick up a speeding penalty. CJ's up the inside of Utah Elephant. Side by side on the exit, giving each other plenty of room, which is what you like to see. And down the inside again goes Joe. CJ just cut off by him, and that should be settled. But no, CJ has a good run. Will he go for the move up the hill? No, he won't.
It's very interesting line Joe took there, using all the curb on the entry just to open the corner up as much as possible, carry as much speed through, and just prevent the overtake. He's doing a really good job on those mediums. Google still breathing down HBLO's neck, and we're going to see perhaps a pit stop from these guys. Pluto pits. Let's see, will Explo follow him in? Yes, both of them do. Goggle in as well.
Well, pretty sure in the F1 Challenger series on Xbox last night, pretty sure Lut
Oh, CJ.
was denied a couple of positions through pit stops and it holding him up. Will it be the same this time for the likes of the top three? No, it won't, and they should come out as they were, so thankfully no repeats of that.
CJ really on the back of Joe, almost got overtaken. Sorry,
Stays out as
almost
well.
overtook him. Yeah, he does stay out. Almost overtook him down the inside of the final corner, but just had to back out of it. So the order is, after the pit stops, Pluto from Expilo from Goggle. So no change there. Bennett in fourth and Matty in fifth. So we're going to see, that's the net position, but we're going to see how this alternate strategy plays out. 6 more laps for the medium runners to do. CJ is really trying to maximise these tyres whilst he can. Finn has retired in the pit lane. Yep. No drama there, CJ. Really wrestling the car through the corners on this used up rubber. Lost this
say
away
as
by
well,
11 seconds.
Expilo, his teammate, is right on the back of Deluxe, who's proving very difficult traffic in this middle sector. Oh, he's loose going into the corner. I'm not sure how that's happened. He's wiggling the car to get it slowed down. Could have been very dangerous if he just moved that little bit more right, but yeah, now Gogglesaw has Deluxe between him and Expilo, which he won't want, and see, he's just slow there through the corner and runs wide as well. So that was a situation. He's made contact with him. He's moved right into him.
And Deluxe is trying to fight this around the outside. He's on a totally different plan of action, and yet he's fighting as if he's for the position. Raptor overtakes CJ in the pits, and yeah, that's how it's looking on lap 8. Joe, 12 seconds behind Lost. Lost might play himself into this on the new tyres if he keeps this pace up. Pluto has a 4-second lead over Explo. The pair that we've seen so equal on pace in the past, they're not close at all today.
Both on pad, of course, so it's not like they have, you know, pad wheel difference between them this time, but just one of those days. And Expilo can't really keep up at the moment. Gogglesaw's just dropped outside of DRS now. Bennett has Deluxe.
Yeah, I was going to say, Deluxe being a roadblock for Bennett.
Oh no, don't move under braking like that, please. And Bennett may have the position here. I think he has a bit of damage, Deluxe. Maybe on the left-hand side. Not too sure. I thought I saw it in the corner of my eye there, but
oh,
yeah,
that's a massive twitch as well.
He does, on the left-hand side.
Yes, he does on the left. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Good eyes from Milo. No need to go to Specsavers for you, that's for sure. So Pluto's actually catching Joe before he's even made the pit stop. 1.4 seconds is the gap as they go through turn 2. Actually, turn 3, technically, I suppose. Because of that stupid little kink. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, if you call that a corner, then you need to go to Specsavers. Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. Reason's following CJ through the corner. He's got a great exit, actually.
Oh, it's been.
I thought he had him, but he got the throttle down so fast, he actually lost the rear and sent himself into the barrier.
And yeah, with the.
Oh my word, Matty!
Oh.
Around the outside of the Deluxe into the chicane. You don't see moves around the outside very often at Hungary. But he's just made it work, and he's going to hunt down Bennett now. 1 second behind. Pluto's on the back of Joe as well. Is he going to be able to pass this traffic easily?
This is allowing Xpilo to catch up, so just remember that, keep that in mind. Utah Elephant not obliged to move at all, but Pluto with the DRS, and Utah Elephant may just let him through here. He is often a polite racer when it comes to people on strategies, and there we have it.
That's the move. I just saw Tom has left. I will ask if he wants an invite. I don't know. I will ask in chat.
Past halfway through in this race now, and well, we're still waiting, of course, for those medium runners to come in. It won't be for a few more laps yet, but that's when the race starts to become a bit more of a race again.
Yeah, we're in that awkward phase between tyres.
Right in the middle now, yeah.
Yeah, really in the thick of it. And it does affect the racing for that short amount of time. Tantalising battle in prospect between Matty and Bennett. 5 tenths between them as it stands. So Matty currently does have the pace over Bennett, over his McLaren teammate. So we're going to see what these guys can do. Can they keep it clean? We'll find out shortly.
The McLaren Tier 2 teammates on the exact same durability of tyres, or close enough. I'm only going on that by lap. On the same strategy, and should be a good fight, hopefully. And this is for net P4 in this race. So Matty, after starting, what, 8th? Has got past the traffic he needed to. Oh, Matty's got in deep and broke far later. And has to start from scratch with getting back up close to Bennett.
Yeah, I was very surprised he almost got caught out there. We do have a spin in the penultimate corner. I was surprised by Matty doing that. I thought he would perhaps judge it a little bit better, but he didn't hit the back of Bennett. No damage done. Now just hunt him down. He's already closed the gap, so it was only a matter of time. Explo and Joe going wheel to wheel in the most unconventional places. Explo getting the cutback and overtakes Joe around the outside. A brilliant move there.
And would you look at that, the gap is already back up to 4.5 seconds. So it was down to about 3. There was hope with the traffic, but the fact that Xpilo's just had an even larger battle with Utah Elephant means that, yeah, that gap is rather big. And, well, Pluto would like seeing that, as he has done on many occasions.
It looks like he's about to make
home now, really.
Yeah, 6 in a row for Pluto, sorry. And still Explo's win goes begging. He's not had the pace today to really fight for it. Matty does have the pace though, and he's right behind Bennett on the main straight. Lewis and Deluxe going at it as well. Lewis staying behind the other, great qualifying, but he's faded away in the race. We'll see where he comes out. Of course, these guys are on different strategies. Lewis is on the grass. He's going to force his way through. They touch through the corner. That's a very forceful move, and Deluxe saves it.
Saved that well. Fair play.
So Google is the next to pass the traffic of Joe. Joe's tyres seem to have fallen off the cliff, if I'm being totally honest. And the All-Communist retires in pit lane, the latest victim of the Hungaroring on lap 12. Yeah, surely Matty and Bennett wheel to wheel down the straight, I have to imagine. And here comes Google then. Joe goes deep, and Google sees the opportunity to go through and takes it.
He's had to save himself there, Joe, as well, as his Campos got loose on the exit. Matty and Bennett were touching through the final corner. Matty had the overspeed, but obviously no way through at that point. Hey Strawberry back to Atlantis in the chat. And there's a weave there from Bennett. I'm not sure what that's about.
Yeah, as long as they don't collide. I think they collided in Tier 2 race at La Castellet last weekend. They were at the back of the field and they were all scrapping over, I think it was like P12. And they just took each other off on the final corner.
Yeah.
So boys, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Matty got the 20-second penalty or something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it clean, lads. You're the closest and only battle on circuit as we speak, and we want it to be a good one. So, yeah, don't take each other off. I think it's fair to say we haven't seen the fireworks we've seen previously in F2 today. But of course, we've still got a sprint race afterwards. We'll see how that goes.
Sprints have always just had a chaotic lap, haven't they? Just like, there was that Spanish Grand Prix lap. Austria kicked. Oh, Matty's gone! No, 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 Matty! Oh, we wanted a battle. Oh.
And lost in the pit lane. We just shouldn't open our mouths, should we? Joe in the pit lane as well. So this has lost its opportunity to get some points on the board. He's on the softs now, exiting the pit lane and the number 20 car, and away they go.
He's going to come out in 6th place here. 5th would have been ideal, but on the fresh softs he can get that 5th place back. Matty's just rejoined behind him on the older mediums and recovering from a spin, so he shouldn't be too much of a threat. But Lost Mist can look forward now. If he really gets the most out of these tyres, you know, 5th or 4th on the cards, but...
Yeah, absolutely. It's a shame about Matty. We've been robbed of a really close battle there. Yeah. And he's dropped all the way down to 7th behind his teammate, which I didn't expect to see at all today. But lost on those tyres, he's going to be a threat to Bennett and Lewis. Lewis is the first one. It's pretty much imminent. And we're going to see the overtake, I'm sure, down the main straight, whether it's this lap or next lap. But yeah, it's an interesting race from now on.
Sort of mention this as well. As it stands, Raptor is on reverse grid pole, so that's if he doesn't lose the position to CJ with his 5-second penalty, which the gap's getting closer. It looks like he might do, so that's unfortunate. We'll see how that plays out though. Lost Miss with a much better grip.
Yeah, I think more grip than you can shake your stick out on the exit. Across the line they go, DRS open, and he's going to fly past up into 5th place. Lewis is still there though.
Sure.
Yeah, he's got him now under braking.
Lewis going off the track there though.
So 6.5 seconds between Lost and Bennett. 5-ish laps to go. I think Lost could get him. I really do. I think this could happen. Joe and CJ are about to start fighting, and this is crucial because it is for the potential to get reverse grid pole off of Raptor. Yeah, here comes Joe, 4/10 behind on those fronts. It's pretty much a done deal.
Just Pluto and Xphilo quickly. They've had about the same pace since we last spoke about them. The gap really hasn't shrunk or opened. So that's the kind of pace we expected. But Xphilo just in the first stint and then hitting the traffic worse than what Pluto had has just drifted him far away now. And yeah, looks like almost race over.
Yeah, as is often the case in racing, if some things had gone differently, we might have seen a totally different race. CJ goes wide, that's going to allow Joe to have a great exit, catching up to the back of him, and past he goes into 9th place. Now can he close the gap to his teammate?
CJ with a cutback though. Oh! Oh, he lost the car there, Joe. I thought he was about to collect CJ. Luckily, the game physics was like, we'll let you off this time. That could have been a completely different story. Deluxe with the fastest lap now on the fresh softs with the wing change, I assume. So, yep. Matty on the back of Lewis now.
Loss has closed 2 seconds in the last lap and a half on Bennett, so I think he might catch him on the last lap or so. That'll be interesting. He needs to catch him on lap 18 if he's got any chance of passing into turn 1. Otherwise, he's going to have to make a audacious move into the chicane, perhaps, or through the S's, or if Bennett goes deep into the final corner, he's going to have to send it down the inside. So he's really it's crucial he just closes this gap as soon as possible.
Here goes Matty then, DRS open now. Cross the line to start lap 17, and Matty switches to the inside nice and early. Lets Lewis know he's there and has the move done into turn 1 under braking. Well, no, he's still there. Hang on.
Yeah, Lewis got a great exit.
I need to check my eyes. Maybe I don't have good eyes after all, but what an exit from Lewis.
Yeah, he really did. He hooked it up perfectly on the curbing, launched himself up the inside of Matty, and then took the position before turn 3.
It's all that nicotine.
Rather. Yeah, it's all that
Don't
nicotine.
do nicotine, kids. Sorry, I was brainwashed by WTF1. Anyway, that aside, Matty coming back at Lewis. Oh, small amount of contact as Matty sped through the corner more than Lewis did. That's quite simply put. But yeah, anyway.
Carried a lot more overspeed and yeah, almost collected him. And we're going to see him move surely into turn 1 again, and hopefully he can actually get the throttle planted this time and stay ahead. Yeah, CJ he's staying with Utah, to be fair to him. But they are both, Joe's almost pulled him towards Raptor.
Yeah.
And Raptor's going to drop 2 places.
Here goes Matty. Oh no! Oh no! He couldn't make his mind up which way. Inside. Oh, he's gone again. Oh no. Hang on! If Raptor goes through, come on, Matty, let Raptor through. Oh no.
I mean, Matty's got full damage on the left and perhaps the right. So Raptor might close up. He's what, 6 seconds behind? 2 laps to go. Lost is only 1.7 behind Bennett. He's only going to get one opportunity into turn 1, and he's going to have to make it work.
Situation is for reverse pole. Raptor will lose the position to both Utah and CJ, and the way it's going, they might even get into that DRS on the final lap and actually have a battle. Matty's being closed, and that will obviously be... Oh, Tom Tori's back. Cool. Maybe he's gone for that extra...
Lost his spun!
Oh no!
Lost his spun. He
Damage
lost
as
the
well.
opportunity to go after Bennett. Yeah. I'm not sure when that happens. Full damage, a lot of damage. Matty might come back at him.
Both Premers off on this lap then. It's the final lap now for Pluto and co, as they're miles off into the distance. Gogglesaw having a lonely one again in 3rd. Bennett now in 4th. Pretty lonely. Same with Lewis. Pretty lonely after those spins.
CJ, where's this pace come from?
He's doing well,
Absolutely
isn't he?
Flying. He's really flying on these worn mediums. He's sticking with Joe. He's not only sticking, actually, he's pushing him through corners. So he can actually really be a threat for the reverse grid pole.
Can't quite use the DRS and slipstream to his advantage, though. He's got a second shorter straight to try. Gets a good exit. No, not as good as Joe's, though. And that will be potentially his last opportunity, but we've seen where you can make moves in the middle sector. it's just about pulled away now, and that looks certain. Oh,
Ryan
Rixon's off on the final lap. Oh no.
Yeah, another time.
Oh, around the final corner. Pluto makes it 6 in a row. That last lap went very quickly. And Expilo crosses the line for another second.
Lost and Matty swap
No.
places.
Raptor runs wide. He's got Joe pressuring him now. And this could be decided on track. Gogglesaurus crossed the line to finish third. Bennett will finish fourth here. But we've got an interesting fight that will go to the final corner here for 8th place. Raptor has the penalty though, so it'll be confirmed that it'll be starting 10th at this point. But CJ running wide. Can Utah get him on track? Not quite, but he won't care. Reverse grid pole for Utah and Elephant. Raptor will get the single point. Deluxe in 11th and Rixon will be 12th.
That was a bizarre race at the end. Pluto just suddenly sped up and finished the lap in a second. So Deluxe across the line in 11th and Rixon 8 seconds or so behind in 12th. And then we had 4 retirements: Communist, Finn, Tom Katori and Arthur. So that's race 1 over. Let's make our way to race 2.
We've had a ticket opened. F2 Racism from Tom Katori. I doubt that happened. I doubt it was racism, but it was a race, so the racism in these races are very racist. I should not say that.
I was going to get clipped.
Oh no. Here's the podium then. Brit as always. Obviously, it's just the dominance. It's a mainly British section of the league, so just the convenient times.
For some reason, the Americans don't get involved so much in this.
It's earlier for them, to be fair. Morning,
to be honest.
Afternoon. But there we go.
It's a Britain top 9 plus
and
Irish top. Oh.
Thank Raptor, you ruined it.
I mean, technically, Communist is British, but he's Russian. So it's a British Isles top 16.
Yeah.
Bennett leaves. That's fun.
Oh dear.
Where's Bennett gone? So yeah, what do you think of that one then, Milo? Pluto got fastest lap as well. So it's a full point score from him so far.
There was. Yeah, not sure if Bennett will have time to join back, but those interesting words of mine. So yes, it'll definitely be there, but we'll see. Maybe he forgot.
No, yeah. I think he just died.
Oh, he's back. Maybe he did forget, or just disconnected.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out in a second.
Oh, he disconnected. Right. Arthur's game crashed, so if you wouldn't mind inviting him.
He's just joined back apparently.
Oh right, sorry, I missed that. I was just reading the main chat and he's joined back. Brilliant. Well, we'll have a formation lap for this sprint as well. 14 laps. It's basically just the same, just a bit shorter. With a reverse grid, with no pit stop. It's everything different. But, hey.
I mean, hopefully we actually see a fight this time.
Yeah. Should be interesting as the likes of Utah Elephant, Lost Mist, Lewis tried to keep cars at bay. Raptor and Deluxe have made contact on the formation lap.
That's a good start from them. just outside the top 10. So points, of course, for the top 8 in this race. And like we said before, those guys in the bottom part of the leaderboard, they really, any points that they get is going to bump them up a lot. And there's a lot of clout on the line. So yeah, it's all about the performances in these sprint races for those guys. Joe leads then, and we're going to see what he can do. We've seen a lot of pace in the feature from him. We're going to see what he can do ahead of the 2 Premers.
Out of context Bennett right here, I better have hands.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah. Bennett starts 5th, so right in the middle of that split of ability, if you like. Utah Elephant round in the final corner. Always very fun opportunity to start on the reverse grid pole. You know, even Roy Nassani has done it, so. And when he did it, he made contact with the car in 2nd. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
Sorry, I'm back. I was just trying to sort Arthur's problem out. Apparently he can't take control
It
of the car.
should do it automatically. I'm not sure. Oh my god, that was so sudden. Excuse me. Oh no. Expelo's gone. What's happened?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened. I think we might need a restart.
Oh, bother.
I'm going to screenshot the results. Who's frozen? Explo's car is stopped. Explo's car is stopped. I'm going to have to get a restart.
What the fuck?
Explo's rejoined.
If it's completely fucked, I'll do it now.
Yeah. Oh, no, lobby restart.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to work, is it?
Can we get a restart? Cool.
That's the 3rd race in a row I've hosted where Codemasters have just been like, you know what? Nah. Tier 1 Zandvoort. Tier 1 France. Oh, it's going to have to be a 3-lap feature, won't it? He's right.
Yes.
Yes.
But no. Why don't we do...
Because it'll have the same grid if we do custom.
So hang on, do we... Cheers, boss.
No, not 25%. 3, it'll have to be 3. Yeah, and custom grid. That's right.
Okay, it should... So it won't change it then? Yeah, so we'll do the 3... We'll set the 3 laps up, everyone retires, and it shouldn't change the grid for the sprint. Right. Turn off. Have you got a formation lap on?
Yes.
Could you turn that off, please?
Yes. Oh, it's set to off. It's locked to off.
Okay, perfect.
Safety car's also locked to off.
That's
okay.
fine. Yeah. Do you need the...
If you wouldn't mind telling me them, the
Yeah,
results.
I've got this.
Obviously, we had Joe first. I'll put myself to the back because I don't count at the minute. Then it was Lost Mr. Matty.
Joe keeps sending me why.
Yeah, I'll get communist in.
Right, have you got the grid, or do I still need that, don't I?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, no worries, I've got the capture. Right, let me know when you need it.
Just invite communist and... Oh, he's in.
Perfect. So Joe on pole, Mist in second, Matty third, Lewis fourth, Bennett fifth, Goggle sixth, Expolo 7, Pluto 8,
Do you mind
CJ
doing
9.
Do you mind doing that again quickly, just so I've got it?
Yeah, of course. Where do you need it from?
Just do all of it again, just so I've got it right.
Utah first, Lost second, Matty third, Lewis 4, Bennett 5, Goggle 6, Explo 7, Pluto 8. Got that?
Yeah, got the top 8.
CJ 9, Raptor 10, Deluxe 11th,
He's not in,
Rickson.
no. Yeah, carry on though.
One sec, I'll just add him. Rickson 12, Communist 13, Communist 13, Finn 14, Onkatori 15, Arthur 16.
Then we're waiting for Deluxe.
Yep. So as it stands, Rickson 11, Com 12, Finn 13, Tom 14, Arthur 15.
So where does Deluxe slot in again?
Deluxe is in 11th.
Very nice. That should be okay. Bennett's not in the car. Hang on, has Bennett just rejoined? Oh, he's still in 5th. So it's Utah, Lost Miss Matty, Lewis, Bennett, Goggle, Expelo, Pluto, CJ, Raptor, that's right. Deluxe, Rickson, Communist, FH, Tom, Arthur. That's it.
Perfect, yep. So again, just so I know.
Okay,
Just so we don't fuck it up.
Utah, Lost Miss Matty. Lewis, Bennett, Goggle.
Mhm.
Expelo, Pluto, CJ.
Mhm.
Raptor Deluxe, Rickson.
Mhm.
Communist, FH, Tom. Then Arthur.
Perfect. Ready up.
Click spectate, and then we're good to go.
Sorry, I need to get back into that. Perfect. You are also in spectate, aren't you?
Yeah.
Perfect. Easy dubs. Are you still streaming or
I am still
paused it?
streaming.
Cool. Okay. Well, if people want to have a go at us, they can watch back the stream and see the checks we've
Exactly how it's been
So-
done, yeah.
Yeah.
So, the procedure is everyone will retire as soon as they can. There's no order. I said initially you don't have to, but like what I meant is you don't have to do it in an order. You do have to retire, obviously, to speed this up, but formation lap is now off. Safety car's locked off because of the way we're doing this.
Right.
5 red lights here at the...
That's-
It's the Nicotine Grand Prix, it's lights out and away we go as everyone should retire immediately. Oh my god, there's 117 DNFs.
And it's Raptor.
wants
Raptor
to win.
leads.
Raptor only wanted to win.
Raptor wins because everyone retires. It's absolute carnage.
The world's shortest race.
Absolute scenes here at Hungary.
Well done. That deserves a clip. Oh. Shitting podium.
Oh wow,
Everyone's
it's a Campos.
done it spot on, to be fair.
That was really well executed. And Raptor with the champagne. Absolute goat. Last of the late leavers. Oh god.
Everyone's finished in front. The time's gone all weird because makes no sense at all.
Best. Look at that. Raptor from 10th to 1st. A brilliant race from him. This is going to make the graphics job a little bit harder. Thankfully,
Yeah.
I don't bother with doing the points. That's Joe's job. Right. Let's go back into main chat, make sure it's all good. Enjoy Sprint Race Part 2. Yeah, exactly. Overcast as it was last time. Why have I got a shush rundle?
That gets a fun fact. It's got a fun fact. Has it? How has it not worked?
Is Raptor in 8th? What? What's the
that's
grid?
fine. That's fine.
It's all good.
5 lights are coming on. It's all gone a bit quickly. It's lights out, and away we go already. Tyres are going to be cold. The mediums, we're away, and Tom Katori's already off. Point proven there. Into turn 1 we go. It's 5 wide at the moment. And, well, into turn 1, hopefully nobody is sent into a spin like we had
Please
in the
survive.
previous race. Gogglesaw's already up to 3rd place, pressuring Lost Mist for P2. What a start by him. Bennett and Matty Mumu side by side with Expelo up the inside as well. Pluto's in 7th. All of these guys trying to make up positions.
Bennett's
Oh,
wide!
and Bennett's around. And so
And Lewis has collided him.
Lewis.
Oh, collided straight into the back of him. He didn't ghost. And that's brought out the yellow flag. So the 2 Carlin boys down in 15th and 16th.
Matty on Gogglesaw. This will be key if he wants to try and fight for the race victory. Gogglesaw up the inside at the chicane. Leaves Matty a lot of room. Tries a cutback. It's potentially worked. Goggles up the inside. Not much room there to force his way into.
Communist and CJ. Whoa! Oh my word! Bennett's just collided with Deluxe, and Deluxe is in the grass. Everyone's wide. Tom into the barrier. He's drifting through the grass, and I think he's saved it from damage.
And Bennett and
Scratch
Communist.
that. Oh no, he has. He's no damage. No damage. Yeah, look at this Explo on the back of Pluto. It's nail-biting stuff. Look at the top 6 weaving and snaking their way through the final corners of this first lap.
It is really close, and that is what you often get when there's no offence to Joe, but a lesser quality in F2 leading. There's a yellow flag, and I think that is for Arthur at the penultimate corner. Matty looking to go around the outside of his one time only, probably
the
frame a
exit.
teammate. There's an overtake for the lead
Ross has
now.
got a fantastic exit. Yeah, he's got the exit. He's around the outside. Joe's going to hold it down there later on the break.
Matty's going for 2! He emerges the other side of that camera shot, still in 3rd.
That would have been dramatic stuff, going from 3rd to 1st in one single corner. But it's nail-biting stuff. Everyone is pretty much inside of a 10th between each other. This is brilliant stuff. Joe still leading, but much slower than the cars behind, and this has created a massive bottleneck. He's all over the place up front, but look how close this is.
It's like there was never a restart. I think we got Tom Katori off again, and that is what, for the 3rd time this race, and he was off early in the previous one as well. Oh, FH! I just flicked on board with him, seeing what was going on. He's picked up some hefty damage after a very high-speed spin into the barrier there, so it might be race done for him. Oh, and another spin for Arthur.
Joe goes wide. This is going to be a position change for the lead. Lost is forced to take the wide line. Matty's on the inside. This is incredibly close. They're all going to squeeze through. Matty compromises his exit somewhat, and Goggles sets the fastest lap. Raptor sets the fastest lap. It's absolute flurry of activity
Communist sets
at
the first
the line. And it's just fantastic stuff. DRS now enabled. This is going to spice it up. Lost gets the exit. Joe almost spins, and Lost is going to go around the outside. We've seen this before.
Here we go. Joe's back up the inside at turn number 2. Communist is out at turn 1. Safety car's locked to off. There's contact between the 2 leaders. Matty Mumu looking to come through, but there's just no way through for any of them. Joe and Lostmiss having their own little scrap. And there's Matty and Goggle and Pluto and Expelo and even Raptors in this train. And Bennett, etc. all just waiting for something to happen.
Expelo had the run on Pluto, but backed out of it. That would have been a great opportunity to send it down the inside of his main rival. But look how close they all are. Look at this. This is phenomenal. This is exactly what we want to see. This is Hungary is serving up a sprint race classic.
Up the inside of Raptor. There was a small gap there. He's got it up the inside. It has worked, and Bennett's up to 7th.
Lost Mist is pulling away from Joe now that he's got the clean air and no one in front. You can just see how much Joe is kind of bottlenecking this entire down to what is 9th place. Anyone in the top 9 could win this race, and Lost sets the advantage and pulls out a second gap. Here comes Matty.
Finally, he's through on Utah Elephant, but I said that last time and it was Lewis that came straight back through. Gogglesaw's got a great exit on Utah Elephant, and unfortunately this is the frustrating part of the race for him because he's starting to head backwards. Pluto behind him now. There's a yellow flag for I believe Arthur at the final corner. Again, Pluto's got a good
the
run.
wheel to wheel. Up. Oh my god, Joe, is he going to be able to squeeze through? He almost hits Pluto. Bennett's passed on Expelo. What a move that will be. He's got the inside line. Expelo barged out of the way. And Bennett up to 6th. A fantastic move from Bennett. Oh, Expelo's still there. Oh, that's brilliant stuff. Brilliant racing from those. Bennett around the outside of a tough corner.
Pluto's up the inside. And can he hold it around the outside now? Joe naturally runs wide. Now Bennett's coming through on Pluto. Just couldn't hold it around there. Understeer kicked in. Spilo ideally would like to be keeping touch with Pluto and not being too... Matty's gone again! At the same corner!
He's hit the same part of the wall. Same wall. He's pretty much the same tyres.
Spilo! On Bennett. Bennett's up the inside still. The brilliant battle this is. It's all kicked off on this lap.
This is the lap, it happens. Deluxe and Rickson as well, really close. That's going to decide itself. Pluto on Joe around the outside of turn 1.
Can he finally get it done? It's going to be difficult as Joe still has the inside line, but Pluto's traction is good. And as the inside into turn 2, I think we've got FH off again. So, very difficult times for these drivers at the back.
Yeah, Matty, I don't know if he's got damage I haven't seen. I've been watching this fight too closely. Goggle, it's his duty now to close up to Lost Mist and put on a show for us up front. Pluto, the race winner 6 times in a row, he's going to be looking to make it 7. And he's got 1.5 seconds to close up. Arthur does
CJ on Raptor.
The damage. CJ and Raptor, yeah. Great minds. So it seems to have settled down a little bit. Bennett and Joe going wheel to wheel.
Spilo mounting the pressure as well.
Yeah, Expelo looking to feast on this. Bennett gets forced wide. Expelo, can he get the nose in? Almost spins out. Joe almost spins as well. As does Bennett. Finn retires in the pit lane. Expelo needs a good exit here. And Lost Mist has a penalty.
He does, and it's pretty rare on regular, and has come out of the final corner that one has. This is going to drop him significantly down the order if everyone continues to chase as they are. Bennett's up the inside of Utah Elephant, who ultimately gets a poor exit, and that's 2 positions lost in 1 corner for the Campos.
Yeah, he's not going to fight it down the inside unless Explo goes wide. He does a little bit. He's got his wheel in. He's nudging him, going, I'm still here, lad. But unfortunately, I think it looks like it's done now for Expelo unless Joe can force his way through. No chance there, Sonny. So still a second for the lead. Expelo and Bennett, perhaps. Oh, Joe loves to catch the slides. Yeah, no DRS for Bennett off of his teammate, so he's going to be a sitting duck to Expelo if he can get a good enough exit. You there, Milo?
Yeah, I'm here, sorry.
You good? All good. But he's on the inside of him.
Oof, already, and he's got the DRS now to help him.
That's the textbook overtake from Expelo. Down the inside he goes. I think it's going to be all done. It is indeed, and he's up to 4th.
Goggle saw a 10th behind for the race lead, and this gap has closed really suddenly. He almost had it. Arthur becomes a 4th DNF in the space of half the race.
What a phenomenal exit from Goggle.
Ooh.
Pluto's looking at his lips. You can see the 7th heaven on the cards. And Bennett and Explo. Bennett's not giving this up easily.
Ooh.
Goggle, I think he wasn't expecting to be able to make a move there and saw the opportunity and kind of half-arsed it in a way and actually lost more time than he gained through that. CJ's right on the back of Joe now.
And Joe gets another poor exit out of there and into the penultimate corner. CJ had a look down the inside, but Goggle saw in the HWA. Again behind, Lost Mist in the Prema. Not a great run out of there compared to some he's had before. Expilo now with the fastest lap and a bit of clean air, so he's looking to chase down Pluto. Goggle saw running into the back of Lost Mist there as he looks to run at his own pace, which is completely fair enough.
He really just needs to seize the opportunity as soon as it presents itself.
It
Lost is putting the car in all the right places though, and Pluto's halved the gap. Yellow's in sector 2, that's Tom Katori. Yep.
Oh dear.
Goggle's got so much more pace at this stage of the race. He needs to make the move. Lost goes wide, this is the opportunity we were talking about.
Will it count if there's yellow flags if he had made that move? But here we go then, Tom Katori, the lapped car, getting out of people's way, even though he's ghosted, which is still the correct thing to do, as obviously it can be distracting.
CJ's forced his way through on Raptor at the chicane, it looks like. Perhaps a poor exit. Raptor's got a great one though now. Almost surges around the outside. Raptor's still there. Deluxe is on his inside now. It's all action here. And Goggle 1/10 now into the penultimate corner.
And Pluto is about the same distance behind, so this is
Deluxe
becoming a very good scrap for the lead. Oh no, Deluxe, the latest victim.
And here comes Explo just to add a little bit of spice to the party. 1.4 off Pluto. We've seen how quickly the lead comes down. Goggle lost to his defensive, puts himself in the middle. Goggle switches to the outside. Can he get it later on the brace? Can Pluto get an opportunity to just extend here? Goggle gets the exit though, and maybe into turn 3.
He's broke late. He's going around the outside. Tom Katori now the 5th DNF in the pit lane. My boy Lewis 40 seconds off everyone, so don't be surprised if he becomes the 6th. Goggle Saw is getting every opportunity in the first sector, just can't get through. And this train is going to become longer because look who's on the back of this. Expilo now is a second behind, and this is going to become a real good scrap for the lead. Lost Mist, if you want to include him you can, but he does have that 3-second penalty that as it stands will drop him down to P5.
Pluto got it all wrong through there, hit the back of Goggle. And I don't think he'll have picked up damage. We are, of course, on the juice. Explo's joining this now. Bennett's going to join this momentarily. So it's going to be a 5-way ding-dong battle for the lead. This is what we want to see.
Well, hey!
Ding-dong. Oh, look at this. Lost Mist really just parking it everywhere. Goggle got no opportunity there to get the move done. It's going to all have to happen into turn 1.
Oh, Pluto braking late there. Goggle saw up the inside. There was barely a car width there, but Lost Mist, little bit of oversteer. Again, another really good opportunity for Goggle saw. Squeeze to the apex. Pluto still sniffing, and well, is this going to happen anytime? He doesn't have to force this, Goggle. He'll know that Lost Mist has a penalty, and if he just stays like this and not let Pluto through, basically, keep the train going a bit, he's in a good position still, yeah. Goggle.
And if he can back up, the ideal situation for Goggle is backing Pluto up enough for Explo to try it, and just get that safety barrier, and I think he'll be in a good spot.
When the time is right, you'd maybe expect as well he goes for it, then maybe allows Pluto to do that work. Which...
yeah, I mean, we've seen how good Lost Mist is at defending.
Yeah.
Perhaps Goggle wants to put himself in front of Lost and then hope to God that Lost just plants it and just keeps Pluto behind. But I think we might see this move on the cards. He's almost too close. Pluto might actually have the run on Goggle.
It's pretty static still on the straight. Oh, but Lost Mister's run wide, and Gogglesaw with a good exit. This is by far the closest he has been. Once again, he's going to try around the outside at turn 2. Now, can he keep the inside line? Oh! I thought
my
he'd gone
word,
there,
how
and
close
here
you
comes
want it to be.
Pluto! And Pluto has got himself into the net lead of the race. But he's side by side with Gogglesaw, who won't give in easily. He's done it. After all of that, it's Pluto that gets in front.
I mean, Pluto, congratulations.
Wow.
That was a ballsy move around the outside of Goggle. Saw the opportunity, and he's not a man that holds back on his punches. Goes around the outside to take the net lead of this race. It's a 2-pack race here. Plus Lewis. We've got the midfield led by the campuses, and that's Matty and CJ switching places.
Matty in the lower midfield now is he suffered a few spins, a few mistakes this couple races. He's trying to fight back now, trying to see himself back into a points paying position. That's only Deluxe up the road. CJ's fighting well here, and
I think Expolo might be able to get Goggle. He seems to have the pace to do so. CJ on Matty, if you want to see an overtake. CJ down the inside of the Prema driver, squeezes him off the track. It's a brilliant move up into ninth.
Who let the dogs out? Who? Yeah, that's the kind of noise I made when Matty almost
stacked it.
Lost it again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Apart from that, slight momentarily losing your marbles. Yeah, we still got a fantastic fight for the win.
We do.
It's not like Pluto's pulled away from Goggle or anything. Still 3/10. Goggle could totally get him back. I would love to see someone other than Pluto win a race. Yellow's sector 2, that's Matty around again.
Oh no.
I'm not sure if he's come together or if he's lost it on his own accord. We've seen plenty of that today. That's a twitch from Lost. This might be all Pluto needs to get the run into the lead and win it on track.
Here we go. Pluto has set himself up for 7 race wins in a row now. But Lost Mist is still there, squeezed there as well. Gogglesaw, if he can get through now, the pressure's still on for the final lap. There's contact between the two of them. Lost Mist dives it back up the inside. Should be a simple switch back for Gogglesaw, but he's just understeered into him. Lost Mist is going to stay in front, and Gogglesaw... Is someone dying? Anyway, yeah, Gogglesaw couldn't get through, and unfortunately it was his race to lose. There's been a crash. There's been a big crash between Deluxe and Raptor. So a lot of DNFs now. Boy Lewis is going to have 9th place out of nowhere.
Raptor has had an Ericsson-esque crash from, I think, 2014. And Matty has left as well. Oh my word, Goggle. I don't think Lost Mist is going to be on Gogglesaw's Christmas list. Definitely not after this. He's really held it back. He could have got the dub today, but he's been scuppered by Lost Mist. And having seen what Goggle in the league, he is not a man you want to piss off. That's all I can say. And here he comes. There's a 3-way scrap. Exploit, Lost, and Goggle.
Oh, it's 3 wide! He has made it 3 wide, the high tech, and breaks the earliest out of the 3, which you would expect. So, good racing there from Expelo to acknowledge that Can
Go
Goggle
down the
Saw...
inside, Goggle.
Oh, it won't keep working if you go around the outside. Expelo now at the inside for a potential another P2. Deluxe is out of the race now. That's what? 8 DNFs?
Lewis will get points.
Oh, God. Not oh, God, but
Ooh,
he was
my
literally
words.
second last.
That's remarkable. Well done, Lewis, on your points. So Exolo can't get past Goggle, and Goggle can't get past Lost on the final lap. Pluto has pulled out a 2-second lead. At this point, Goggle might as well just stay behind and protect himself, because he'll get second place anyway.
Yeah. But Pluto... He had the streak of 5 in a row coming into this one. He'd won 2 more races earlier in the season. This streak has come out of nowhere, and although it's still been fairly competitive, there is no stopping Pluto in these races. Around the final corner, it's 7 in a row and 9 for the season for Pluto. Gogglesaw could get the position on track. He won't, but he'll get it from the penalty. And Gogglesaw, who he thought was going to win for the majority of that race, finishes in second ahead of Expelo. And, well.
That was one hell of a race. I'm sure we're going to get a reaction from Goggle in a second. And I don't think he'll still be too happy. Yep, there we are. There we are.
He's got better things to do, probably on FIFA already.
Oh, brilliant. A great race then. Pluto makes it 7 in a row. And he's got a puncture on the end of the race. How's he picked that up? Front left puncture, we saw it on show.
Oh, maybe the tyres have got more worn after the race and it's just given up. That was lucky then, because if that had gone slightly earlier, if he made one more mistake, one more lock-up, you know, that could have gone slightly earlier and maybe could have handed the win back to Gogglesaw. But bit of an extended race today, but I don't mind. That was really good fun as always. Albeit the result is similar, it's never not competitive, and it's like, well, what's the point if Pluto just means everything? It's not like that, and no one's ever said that, but which is the great thing about it. People don't mind. People are just happy to race, and another trophy into the virtual locker of Pluto. If you didn't already, if you didn't notice, the podium's sponsored by Aramco.
I don't think they mentioned that. So there will be a post-race investigation. I think some people aren't very happy with the way Locksmith defended, but that's racing, and we'll take a look at it if a ticket is opened. But that was a brilliant sprint race. Sorry for the technical gremlins that snuck in, but I hope that race made up for it. Let's take a look at the sprint race points. Pluto picks up another fastest lap of 29.9, and we're going to just scroll through, take a look, and screenshot that. And that's the race. I enjoyed that thoroughly. So enjoyable.
Yeah, once again, it was very, very good. And it's probably a weird venue for an F2 series. China next week. So we're off to Shanghai, and I don't know what to make of that. I haven't seen much F2 around there, and it's not certainly where they go in real life. Complete, you know, I've probably never considered it, but we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, turn 1, 2, 3, very difficult in the F2 cars. The hairpin, spotting your braking zone could be very important. So, I'm looking forward to that one. It'll be certainly unpredictable, and I feel like I say this every week, but with China, you know, there's a lot of unknowns, and that should be a great thing. Thank you, Rundle. I think we'll leave it here, and yeah, we'll be live tomorrow on this account, streamed by Aiden FH for Tier 4, and then Tier 3 is on Saturday, same with Tier 2, and Tier 1 on Sunday. Hopefully no more Codemasters Gremlins. as I've now had 3 in a row as host, and I now want to throw myself out of the window. So goodbye.